Hey everybody, welcome. So this is a little bit impromptu. I may not have my full time that I normally would have for a stream, but I wanted to make sure I got a stream in today. And one small, I guess, addition or update. Oops, dude, live TV in my phone. Alarm goes off. Anyway, I decided to mute the Pretzel Rock messages in the chat overlay, so you still see them coming into the main chat, but you don't have to see them here in the overlay up on the screen. So that's all due to some fun additions that have been going on over at Show My Chat. There's now this hi messages from, and it made it, well, I mean, technically you can do this, but you can come here, just add this, and it will build your URL for you. I got there first, exactly, because there's a delay. No, just kidding. Anyway, yeah, so check that out. Get some other cool features here. As you can see, I officially hit the 300 stars for Bedrock. So it's a arbitrary, but it's still a cool milestone that happened sometime last night. So thank you all, everyone who's given it a GitHub star. I really appreciate it. There was a long period of time where there was 2 GitHub stars, and one of those was mine. So yeah, it's really awesome. Thanks, Ben. Really super excited about it. The other cool thing that happened this week, and it actually happened technically yesterday, was the latest blog post on structuring your storybook. This is pretty interesting that right there I got Bedrock's doc page got featured into it. And which is, by looking at it, I noticed that there was something interesting about that, which was if you go to the doc page, I had this leftover comment from when I was still using NPM and I hadn't switched over to Yarn. And so I have this phrase that says, set up your environment with Yarn add. Well, it should be just with Yarn and not Yarn at this time. So we need to fix that. That's one of the things that I have on my list. It's a small thing. And in fact, I started working on it last night and I just realized I don't want this whole Yarn add. So that's one thing we're going to get taken care of this morning. Let's see here. So contributing. Right now, we just want to do Yarn. Fortunately, I need to find a better solution for this. Right now, I have 2 contributing. I have the contributing that's found at the root, that you typically find at the root of every open source project. That's the one I just edited here, but there's also a page for the website for contributing. And that's here. So let's look here. Let's see if this makes sense. I'm going to do a little reading out loud to see if this makes sense as I read it out loud. Contributing to Bedrock Layout. Thank you for taking time to contribute. When contributing to Bedrock Layout primitives, please first create an issue. And this should take me to the issues. Perfect. Okay. To discuss the changes you wish to make before making a change. Bedrock Layout Primitives is a mono repo of packages. I wonder if it makes sense to say not just that it's a monorepo, but that it does use Lorna. Okay, yeah, I do get into it. Okay, so Bedrock is a monorepo package that are currently versioned independently of each other. It also utilizes Storybook as a documentation website. To manage all these things, Bedrock, I use the word utilize a lot here. This might... I have on here Grammarly. Wonder, can I get... I can't because it's not an editable text here, but it would be nice to... I have Grammarly. I pay for the premium for Grammarly because I'm bad at grammar. And I'm really bad at spelling too. Let's just make a new thing. Let's put all this in here. Yeah, to inform, neutral. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Monorepo. I don't think that's a typical word. That are currently. That's good to know. It is a monorepo of packages. I don't agree. That utilizes, this should be capitalized as a documentation website. See, that's kind of funny how we do this, where we'll say Storybook as a documentation website. It was missing, and I still added it in. I didn't even see it. Isn't that funny how our human brain does that? Anyway, to manage all these things, uses Lorna to manage all. Just a second, let me get these. Manage all the repos. Let's actually say that repositories into one monorepo. Lorna is used to publish to npm, tag, release to GitHub. What's up? Thanks for coming on, Chan. Thanks for coming. I'm just doing a little grammar editing of the contributing page. Because while I was looking at when I clicked on the link from the blog yesterday, I noticed things didn't totally work or make sense. So I'm like, if people are going to be linking to this, not that I shouldn't have done this before, but I should really focus and make sure this contributing page shines a good light on the repo here. So anyway, Lorna is used to publish the npm, tag, release to GitHub, process changelogs under each package. To make this possible in CI, Bedrock has adopted conventional commits and uses Comitizen and Husky to enforce it. I think that makes sense. So this isn't really a separate step. Use Comitizen to do a GitHub by running yarn cz. Be sure to stage all your changes first. So this is really part of this, honestly. When you do this, it will run. See, doing this will automatically run yarn. See, that's a better way of saying it. Follow this step again. It's kind of a wordy sentence, I think that's why I try to break it up as a different step, but this is really one step. Use commitsyn to do the commit. Doing this will automatically run yarn. We should put that in. Yarn verify as a pre-commit hook when you do this. If anything fails, fix and follow this step again. Also, this should be really step. So I think, let's just read through. So update any let's see here. Update any README and documentation and story. Let's see. Add test cases for all your changes. Update any README MD and documentation in Storybook. Under examples, folder and corresponding packages. What do you guys think? Here, let me put this on the whole page. And you guys tell me. Oh, that just. I lost like all of these like numbers here. That's weird. And let's see here. It's not before making pull requests. It's to make a pull request. Do the following. Stupid Grammarly. Okay. You're going to have to manually go in there. I think Markdown will let me just get away with that, right? Let's see here. Oh. I broke something. Oh, that's because I copied some of the important data. Let's see here. Yeah, let me fix this. Yeah. I love how I can get away with that with Markdown, and it will just put the numbers in correct order for me. I lost the strong here. Okay. With yarn. You know what's hilarious about us, like me as developers and all this stuff, using a code editor for writing is like I've gotten used to being able to like highlight something and then doing quotes, and it automatically puts it around me. That because I've gotten it now into like word editors, like Word or just Google Docs or something like this, and I'll like type something and I'm like, oh, I want that in quotes, and I'll highlight it, and then I'll get rid of it by accident. One of the weird habits of using code editors all day. So there we go. I think this is much improved. It's really rough going from code editor to traditional text editors. I think we just need all traditional text editors to work like my code editor. And I think that's ridiculous. Or at least have a setting that be like, work like a code editor. Or maybe that's why I write all my blog posts now in Markdown with my code editor, so I can do things like that. Let's see here. Am I missing something? Oh, I totally lost this. I'm like, I'm missing something here. And that's because I forgot to copy these things. I need... There we go. That's a lot better. There you go. Thank you for contributing. I think it would be good to point out that you can contribute in more ways than just code. Because I don't know if anyone's noticed here. Like, I have a whole bunch of people here, including one and only Michael Chan, Front End Horse here, if you've ever been there, Alex Trost, I totally forgetting his name off the top of my head, but yeah, he's one of the main people in React India. Totally jumped in and contributed, and it was all just documentation or feedback or just give me some good ideas. Like Michael Chan over here in the chat under Lunch Dev totally helped me out and be like, hey, we should like group these a little bit more because there's too many. And I agree. So this is some awesome feedback from everybody, making this a super awesome project, and the doc site especially. This whole tutorial, Anthony was a major contributor in helping me get that going, and even telling me that I should have a tutorial. So anyway, super awesome. But let's come back to contributing. See anything? Maybe like there's many ways you can contribute. There are a few things you can do to help Bedrock get better. I love this. GitHub Copilot. There are many ways to contribute to Bedrock layout. Oh my gosh. That's so amazing. The most common is to fork the repository and make your own changes. GitHub Copilot just totally filling this in. You can also contribute directly to the Git repository and has a place for me to fill in the code. Let's just do that. Let's just see how far Copilot will take me here. If you're not familiar with GitHub, you can find a lot of... I'm not going to keep all this, but this is so fun. I wonder how far... Oh, it ran out of suggestions. I think this is already in. What? Oh, okay. Man, that... Oh my god. Look at all those. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, just having a GitHub Copilot's in an infinite loop. I don't want all this. I just want to see how far it would take it. Anyway, the most common is the 40 pounds per make your own changes. You can also contribute. Is there? Let's see here. I think it would be better. I haven't really utilized this area of GitHub, this discussion, but it would be a really think it would be helpful. Maybe I don't know. Has anyone ever used this GitHub discussion area? I think this actually might be. To the GitHub. Contribute directly to the discussions at the GitHub repository. And let me I'm going to put that in there. You can create an issue. Yeah, let's just do it. Changes or problems you wish were made. Okay. When contributing code, the changes. This kind of goes under its own headline. Contributing code. Okay, let's look at that. See if this makes sense. Contributing to Bedrock Layout. Thank you for taking time to contribute. There are many ways to contribute to Bedrock Layout. I kind of drop this sometimes. Primitives. Mostly because I like everybody just shorten everything to Bedrock Layout primitives. The most common is the Fort repository make your own changes. You can also contribute directly to the discussions. That probably needs to be discussions at the GitHub repository, or you can create an issue to discuss the changes or problems you wish to fix. No problem. Let's see here. You find. Let's say that. Okay, contributing code. When contributing code to Bedrock Layout primitives, please first create an issue to discuss the changes. Bedrock Layout, blah, blah, blah. We already went through that. There we go. I think that's a much improved contributing page. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat if you think there's anything else I should add in there. And that's because I don't have a more efficient way to do this shit. This will save the contributing doc at the root of the project. Boom. Okay. So that's in there, that's improved. The other thing I want to look at doing is, I believe I found a bug or something, and the best way to do this in kind of a TDD like way is use this examples page area, and let's create it and fix it and get it up in chromatic. Let's see here. An avatar. Simple avatar. Uses the frame component. Okay. We need to call this avatar. We'll just go do it just so we can see it in there. Story goes here. So we now should see that over here. Avatar. Story goes here. Perfect. Okay. So this is what... There's actually a couple things that I forgot. I keep putting this off, and I should probably just do this now. Avatar. No, we're going to do an image. We're not going to do a jacket. What we're going to do, ratio equals 1 by 1. And let's let's just use my avatar for my profile, because I'm vain like that. Let's grab this. Copy image address. And my alt tags. The most handsome developer in the world, Travis Waithmare. That should have a colon. Full stop. There we go. And okay, so what I'm gonna have in here in this example, I also I'm gonna use style tag. Well, let's do Can I get away with this here? Size, 1 rem. I don't think it's supported. I know you can do like block size and inline size, and I know size is something. So like you can come in there and go inline size. Fine. I guess I could always look up can I use. Let's see here. Logical. CSS logical properties. Yeah. This should all be supported. Well, but does that mean like the size is? Maybe I might need to go to MDN. CSS size property. This is still experimental. We should be able to see. Yeah, Safari doesn't support it. Chrome and Edge do. Firefox doesn't even support it yet. That's interesting. Anyway, that's going to be one that will be mind-blowing when we can just say size and it does both the height and width at the same time. But let's go height. See, this is what I end up doing most time when I want to do this is I'll go dash size and I'll give it a value. Oh, I got to put that in quotes. Oh. Size, and then I'll come and go 1 rem. That way I can then do this var size. But it will be nice when we don't have to do this. We can just set it directly. Var dash dash size. Where did it go? Oh, basic, yeah. Avatar. Oh. Let's see. That should be updating the size here. Come on, there we go. Did I not spell that right? Height. Anyway, let me mess with the real issue I'm trying to find here is the, let's see here, border. let's do that. But yeah, you see what the problem with the frame is. There's the border radius, but overflow hidden. Yeah, there we go. That's the problem. Yeah. So first of all, we need to let's go back into this the packages themselves. Let's go in the frame source. And let's so one thing we don't need anymore is this, because my plan with the this library is to just support the latest version of browser -1 and aspect ratio, I believe, has now been supported by the two most latest versions of Safari. And I'm not supporting IE. That was the other one. It's like there's too many things you need to do to support IE. So if you have to, my library just might not be the best, or you might have to do some extra things on top. Anyway, either way, only use the app developer knows how to best support IE, and so I made that decision. So the library, I'm not going to try to support IE. So anyway, we can remove this now, because that was using the padding hack. In fact, we could just inline this because this is small enough. Let's get rid of that. What the basically what this is doing is this outer frame will wrap anything that you want to frame up, and it will pin it to itself using absolute positioning. Hey, thanks, Michael, for joining. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support. Thanks for commenting and just listening. I really appreciate it. But yeah, what this is doing is pinning whatever's inside of it to the outer wall. So you can, if we suspect this element, you inspect it. There we go. Let's take this off here, and let's take some of these style things off. You can see that it's actually taking them its whole width, but then it's saying that it has an aspect ratio. Actually, I'm not seeing the aspect ratio coming in here. That's quite odd. It should be 1:1. That's an interesting bug. I just need to refresh this page. Let's just refresh it. Aspect ratio. Two numbers. And this should be created here, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, that's why. Oh no, this is... Did I break something here? if we have a ratio let's be a little bit more explicit here. Undefined. If it is undefined, then we don't want to add anything. Otherwise, add the aspect ratio. Oh, wonder if I need to. Didn't think about this. Probably need to rebuild this. Yarn build. So let's just do yarn. It's kind of funny when you forget that, like, yeah, you have to, any changes you make here in frame, you need to actually rebuild it so it'll appear. So this will take just a few moments. But so we have this overflow hidden on there, but we really need it out here. This takes a few moments to rebuild. It's rebuilding all the packages one by one here. Which I should have maybe turned off. Yeah, let's turn this off. Because every change is like trying to rebuild, and I'm working my computer way too hard. Fine, I'm going to do it again. Just because I made this change halfway through and I think I missed it. And it takes. I'm totally upgraded from using Microbundle to Vite. And my build time for, like, I think it's like 22 packages now. Yeah, you can see, like, all these packages are getting rebuilt every single time. And it's it only takes like a minute. It's hardly any time. And I'd say half that time is TypeScript's has to emit the declaration files. Like, if it was just Vite, it builds that thing so fast. So if you haven't tried Vite out, I highly recommend it. T-Money, welcome back. This is your second time, right? So there we go. Yeah, getting rid of the pretzel rocks in the chat overlay was fantastic. Let's keep it in here. So, inspect. Box sizing, display block. Yeah, I'm not seeing that this aspect ratio thing's coming in the way I want it to. You want to know why? I bet it helps if you import the actual frame component. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I just totally blew my mind. Anyway, I fixed the bug. I'm so dumb. I'm like, why is this not working? None of the styles that I want are coming in. This is just not working out at all. And then it's like, it's because what I wish would have happened, Storybook should have gone, you don't have a frame component imported here. I don't know what to do. But what it's doing is I don't know what a frame is, but I'll just put a div there instead. So anyway, just to catch up, before I move this out here, what will happen is, despite the fact that I had a border radius, it wasn't applying that, and that's because I have this overflow hidden. I don't know how that happened, but I have the overflow hidden in the wrong place. So there's frame, and I also need to update this in the frame CSS. So let's come here, go to frame. This should really be out here. Now the other thing I really need to do is I have done very well about translating this API of, at least I feel very well, that things like the stack, for example, or let's use this one, the split, because I like this one. It has this concept of a fraction 1/4, and then I've converted that to CSS using this Avo method. And the way that's implemented is you put on the data attribute, data bedrock split, fraction, and then you do colon 1/4, and then the getter is a custom property. But anyway, for most of these, it's pretty much a 1-to-1 change. The one thing I really need to do is get that I haven't really converted well, which is this ratio, this frames ratio. But anyway, so that's a future goal, but not beyond the scope of today. But anyway, so I just made that change. So let's look at the changes. Updated the contributing, updated the examples. Oh, so what I'm going to do now, and I need chromatic, because this is where I do all of my visual testing. So if we go to docs, not docs, what am I talking about? If I go to the app, and actually, let's go to the app, but I need to go get, I need to get something off of this, so give me just a moment. Let's pull this over here. And what I also need to do is I need to get the my chromatic code, and I need to find a better. What I really need to do, and I haven't taken the time to do this, is put this as an environment variable, so I don't have to keep doing this every time. But like I don't run it enough locally that I remember to do this. But I basically need to run this with my token, and I really shouldn't be sharing this token. So this is what I'm about to do. I'm going to fill it in there, but I'm not going to show it to you. Oh, crap. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to cycle through it again. I'm so dumb. Okay, well, I'll fix that in the future. I did all that just so you can't see the token. I'm so dumb. And then I showed it anyway. Yep, I just totally showed the token. Let's see here. Interesting, yeah. And these are builds that like have tried to happen in CI, and they CI. If I'm running it, they'll. What's the word I'm looking for? They'll go through just fine, like with this, but like if like anyone else, like I have a Dependabot. If we come in here, Dependabot. When they do pull requests here, they don't have access to my token. And that's for a good reason. So when it tries to run the GitHub action, you can even see it in here. I'll show it to you. It's going to fail because if we look at the details, you'll even see it says, hey, we're missing the token. And that's on purpose. It allows me to come in here and be like, hey, I can rerun it myself, but I'm in control to actually rerun it if I want to, because I can then allow the token to go through. But anyway, so what I wanted to show you was this. Yeah, see the build? This build is going, and it's going to have some things it wants me to approve, because I think I've made some changes. Oh, while this is at it, the changes I made over here, they're gonna break some of my snapshot tests. So I'm gonna run that and make sure any snapshots that need to get updated. Yeah, it's like around 2 minutes ago. Yeah, so you can see the snapshot. All these overflow hidden's in the wrong place, and they're going to get updated. Oh yeah, and we're removing this @supports thing because we don't need that anymore. Why is this taking so long? It got stuck. So let's run it again. Well, we're running out of time, so I was hoping to show it to you. In fact, maybe let me show you this one. This is an example of what it would look like. It's saying, hey, there's a... Let's see what it thinks changed. Oh, yeah. It's oh, yeah. A lot of these, because they got regrouped. That's why some of these are not coming out right. Jeez. There we go. This one is stuck. I don't know what's going on with it. But anyway, it's been great. Oh, sorry. I totally missed your question there. T-Money question. I'm a front-end developer, but I don't know much about JS frameworks like Vue, React. I only work with HTML, CSS, jQuery. What do you think is the best way to get started with React or Vue? I can't talk about Vue very much. One place you can go that can help you with just general front end stuff is this. There's a lot of places up here, but the Lunch Dev Discord, and let me throw an invite. You can click on this. Let's see here. Why won't it let me paste? Paste. There we go. So if you click on that, that'll let you come here. This is a great community. People like Ben and Michael Chan, who was just on here a few minutes ago. They can definitely help you out in general with a lot of that kind of stuff, especially like Vue, React. But like, honestly, like, with anything that I've done, I don't know why this is not building like it should. There might be something going on, but you can usually get pretty far just by going through the tutorials at the actual documentation websites. But yeah, definitely check out the community. They'll have some even better resources. So highly recommend that. But anyway, yeah, thanks everybody. And I hope you all have a great day. We'll see you next week, hopefully.